bad news is that there won't be any songs sung tonight because Dan, would you come up here? Dan, the trainer of Tyson Fury, and explain the situation.
Yeah, Tyson's okay. As you all know, as he's shown plenty of times before, that he's got a ton of heart, and that's what he had to show tonight. Otto, a man that was, fighting with the inspiration of his passing father, which I want to say he done proud, that's for sure. But it was one of those fights Tyson had to, although we all know Tyson's got the boxing ability and the skill set, but sometimes you have to be able to fight as well, and Tyson's shown that he's able to do that.
Ben, over here, a question for you. Did you feel like Tyson's, right in the front, did you feel like Tyson's body work was a difference? I mean, it seemed like he was really going hard to the body, especially after the cut. It seemed like he got pissed off, and I thought maybe slowed Otto's pace down a lot in the second half of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, I had a feeling in the back of my mind that the fight was going to have to go that way. I knew that Otto could box, I knew that he had good pedigree, and I knew that he could make himself awkward. But I also knew that he didn't have the engine of Tyson, the size of Tyson, the heart of Tyson, the desire of him, and I knew that we had to have it in case he needed it, because I had a feeling that he might need it, and it turned out that he did, but luckily he had it in the lockup.
How much inside fighting did you work on during training camp?
Yeah, we worked on quite a bit, like I just said there. I had a feeling that I knew that obviously I didn't expect there to be a big cut in it to start that way, but I expected Tyson to dominate at distance in the early rounds. Then I had a feeling that Otto had to make a decision, which I didn't know whether he'd make. I didn't know if he'd look to try and close the gap up, or if he'd look to keep it at long range. And if he kept it at long range as he slowed down, we worked on Tyson closing that distance and using his physical size to get the job done. Didn't turn out exactly that way, but it turned out that Tyson needed it, and luckily enough, he had it.
Ben, could you explain to us basically the role that Jorge Capetillo has in the camp with you guys? Obviously, the last fight was the first fight that he worked alongside with you in the corner. Could you explain the role that he has? Today we saw him working on the cut, which he's not really known for. Could you kind of clarify that up, please?
Yeah, Jorge's, ever since we've been finishing our training camps off over in Las Vegas, Jorge's looked after us, treated us well, and he's been a real help in the gym day in, day out, and he's been an absolute pleasure to be around. He's an absolute gentleman, and I've got to say that he's done a fantastic job on that. He got Tyson through from a cut in the third round, I think it happened, through to the 12th. So, I want to thank Jorge for that. I want to thank him for how he's treated us, how he's made us feel, and him just being an absolute gentleman. Like I said, he's helped us out in the gym. He's been an absolute pleasure and a massive asset. At least I'm better looking than you now, eh?
You always been. Otto, over here to your right. To your right. What was the impact of the Tyson's body work on you? And secondarily, it seemed like you were really making a habit of going after the cut, trying to work on it after the punch had opened it up. Seemed like you were trying to maybe widen it. Can you talk about those two things, please?
Yeah, he was leaning on me a little bit on the ropes, and he would some good body shots, but I could take it, and with the cut, it was a good punch that opened it, and I tried to stay on it, and I wish I could have capitalized more on it.
Any other questions? Right here, Chris.
Otto, to your left over here. Can you give me a sense of what Tyson with that cut? Did you sense that it was bothering him, and how much was it bothering him?
Yeah, it was bothering some because the blood was coming down, he was shaking his head to get the blood out and try to get it off. So I'm sure it was bothering him some.
Tyson over here. Just if you summarize how you feel about the game right now afterwards, what do you take with you from this fight?
You know, I did everything I could. I left it all in the ring, and unfortunately it wasn't enough. And Tyson is a great champion, and he deserved to win.
I think it was in the 5th round the doctor looked at the cut, and then he really came out with, it seemed like a sense of urgency. Did you notice that too, that he was really trying to step on the gas at that point?
Yeah, I felt he was trying, and I just wanted to keep going and hit the cut more, and you know, try to break him down. And yeah.
Otto, he's such a big man, and he was leaning on you, and that a lot of that looked as if it wore you down, took some of the strength away from you. Did you feel that as the fight went on, his strength?
A little bit. It was you know, it was a lot of things. He did a lot of things good in there, and he's a big guy. You know, it wasn't easy to get to him, and yeah, you know, he's a great champion, and I got a lot of respect for him.
Otto, Philippine News Today here. Were you expecting him to be fighting on the inside and be seriously physical with you in this fight?
Yeah. I thought that he was gonna come out faster and trying to stay on me, but he didn't. And I wasn't surprised that he was trying to fight on the inside. And we were ready for that. And I felt that he hit me with some good shots there, and I hit him with some good shots there.
And guys, a lot of credit to Joe Gamache.
Yeah.
Tremendous game plan. So from the beginning of the fight, they really had an answer for everything that happened.
Yeah. Big thank you to Joey. Without him, I wouldn't be here. So. I have everything to thank Joey for. And we had a great game plan, like Dimitri said. And yeah, you know, Joey and me have been together for a long time now. And we gotta keep going. We'll come back better. And thanks to Dimitri for making this happen too, and these guys.
Otto right here, Adriana Jimenez of Fino Boxing. How do you feel about the judge's decision? Do you feel that you won the fight? Do you feel you got robbed?
I think he used his experience to steal some rounds. I know there was some close rounds, and usually they give that to the champion. And I wish I could have stayed on a little more to steal those rounds like he did. But you know, it was a fair decision.
Any more questions?
Just one other one for Otto. In the 11th round at the end, how bad were you? It seemed like he hit you with a body shot and you kind of doubled over. Was that his best shot that he hit you with at that point?
I can't even remember. He was a good shot, but you know, I kept fighting and kept trying.
Yeah, but in the 12th round, Otto hurt him and almost dropped him. So it was tremendous that he came back with that kind of big round for Tyson to come back and win the next round.
You see how Dimitri knows how to spin?
But it's true. I mean, I came back. I tried.
That's true. So Frank Warren, what do you expect?
But
I'll tell you, it'd be a great fight for John Lewis. It'd be a great fight for Andy.
Actually, Andy really is.
But what happened tonight is that we have a new heavyweight, a new top heavyweight in the division, and Otto did a great job. I think better than everyone gave him credit for. He showed that he had the skills to win. He showed a great chin, he showed heart, he showed determination, he showed a great corner in Joey Gamache that built a fantastic fight plan from the beginning to end. When Tyson was aggressive, when he wasn't aggressive. I mean, Otto really was prepared mentally and physically to deal with everything that Tyson had to offer. And even the stuff that Tyson did on the inside, I know because I've seen them work together. And this was really a tremendous game plan for both of them. And Otto has never really fought on this level and never really been in the spotlight of this magnitude. So I want to thank Mr. Aram and Top Rank and Frank Warren and Team Fury. But Otto did an amazing job, and he should be recognized as one of the top heavyweights in the world.
And one thing you have to say about Dan and the Tyson Fury camp.
Microphone.
They never underestimated Otto Wallin. They don't listen to what Eddie Hearn says. Right? They know Eddie Hearn doesn't know shit about boxing. They knew Otto Wallin was a good fighter and would give it his all, which he did. And if they hadn't have prepared that way, there would have been another winner tonight.
And those that paid attention to the fight, from a technical point of view, when Tyson in the second round went into the ropes and tried to show off into the rope, but Otto Wallin went to the body. When he went to the body, Tyson dropped a little bit, and that's when Otto Wallin hit him with the shot that caused the big cut. So that was.
You're a promoter, you don't get technical. You want to get technical, give the microphone to Joey Gamache.
He's speaking the truth. Dimitri speaking the truth.
Talk to him, baby.
All right.
Hey Dan, one question for you. Is there any concern about the fight, how soon Tyson will be able to be back? He's going to fight in February. Do you think from what you saw, I know he's at the hospital, but from what you saw, would that be any concern of allowing him to fight in February?
I know boxing and I know boxing very well, but I'm not a surgeon. I couldn't comment on that. So we'll have to see. Tyson's on his way to get it all sorted out now. So we'll have to see what advice is given there.
It's September. It's September. So even if you give it 2 months to heal and to spar, plenty of time to get ready for February. Now it's not, luckily, it kills Frank's plan. Frank wanted to give him another fight in December.
Did someone give you guys a mic?
The doctor said it here. Yeah, he said as much it was a very, very bad cut, but it was a clean cut, so it doesn't need microsurgery inside and whether. And he said it was stitched well, so fingers crossed it'll be right.
All right, if that does it, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank MGM. This is the first fight that Top Rank has done in this T-Mobile Arena. It's absolutely great. You know, as great as MGM brand is, and we're used to, this is fantastic as well. So at least we got 2 great arenas now for big fights.
Hey Ben, can you give him the
Microphone?
Just get ready for our great fall schedule, October 18th, maybe one of the fights of the year for the Unified Light Heavyweight Championship, Volcik and Beterbiev. Then we go to a great featherweight championship with our own Shakur Stevenson against Joet Gonzalez. Then we go to the California, Carson, California, and we have a really terrific match there, which is, I forget, what is it? Well, oh, Berchelt, yeah, Berchelt and Sosa, Mexican against Puerto Rican, great championship fight. And finally, the Fighting Marine gets to do his first title defense on the eve of both Marine Day and Veterans Day. Hoorah! Hoorah! So it's a great schedule. Boxing really is alive and well in this country, and I want to thank everybody for making it possible tonight. Thank you very much.